Hello, and welcome back to Break Free Basics. Today, we're going to be going over solo 401ks. What are they? Who qualifies for them? And what happens if your company ever kind of outgrows a solo 401k? So let's go ahead and dive on in. A solo 401k, you may put together from the name, it is a retirement plan designed for companies that have just the one employee, you as the owner. These are pretty popular on your kind of standard brokerage platforms, but what we specialize in is going to be the self-directed solo 401k. So you can still use this to invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, but it also opens up the possibility of alternative investments, which is going to be, real estate, cryptocurrency, precious metals, stuff like that. So you still get the same thing that you would with the standard solo 401k, but also the ability to kind of diversify your portfolio. So that's what a solo 401k is. Let's go ahead and talk about who qualifies for them now. So like I kind of mentioned, it is designed for business owners that it's just you, no employees, there's one exception for that. And that is if your spouse works for the company, you still qualify for a solo 401k. And then they can also be a participant as well in the plan. So that way they can also make contributions to retirement plan and have those same benefits. We see a lot of, consultants, realtors, freelancers, contractors, and then side hustles becoming more and more popular. If you have a side hustle, even if it's not your full-time job, as long as you have earned income that year, you're qualified to use a self-directed solo 401k and make contributions. So just because it's not your full-time gig, don't think, oh, I can't open one of these accounts up. Now, let's go ahead and talk about your business is doing really well. You are forced to hire help. A lot of people think that is when the time that self-directed kind of ends with the solo 401k, and the solo 401k is no longer an option, right? But you still can have the self-directed, and that is going to be what's called a self-directed SEP IRA. So you'll still get a lot of the benefits as being able to invest in alternative assets. You'll get the higher contributions than you typically would in the standard IRAs. But just because your company grows doesn't mean that that is the end of your self-directed journey. So always keep that in mind. If that is something that pops up with you, give us a call. Talk to one of our consultants, kind of go over the different options, and we can get you set up to where you're not losing any of those benefits that you had with the solo 401k. If you found this episode helpful and you want to learn more about solo 401ks, really any topic, what you can invest in, what's allowed, prohibited transactions, anything like that, please feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post a lot of educational content. We have a full form podcast called Break Free from Wall Street, where our host Nick talks to industry professionals and really dives into what people are investing in and how it kind of works with self-directed. And then really the most content is going to be on our website, ira123.com. Go check it out. Schedule an appointment with us. Get started today. And thank you for joining Break Free Basics. I'm your host, Travis, and I will see you next week.